Okay, friends, today let's take a look at the lighter side of dictatorships and police states. Okay, I know that sounds kind of irreverent, but I've got a couple of little stories about Joseph Stalin for you that provide a glimpse into what it's like to live under a tyranny and also are kind of funny. So Stalin was the dictator who ran the Soviet Union for 30 years until his death in 1953. A cold, brutal man, Stalin was also quite a paranoid. And this added up to a man who may have been responsible for the death of more human beings than any single person in history. Well, one day, in his private quarters, Stalin noticed his pipe was missing. All right, so being the paranoid he was, he decided someone had stolen his pipe. So he called up the head of the Soviet state police, the NKVD, and reported the theft of his pipe. Well, fine. A couple hours later, Stalin himself found the pipe in his own quarters under a cushion on the couch. So he calls up the NKVD and says, "You can take off the search. It's okay, I have the pipe." But the head of the state police says, "Sir, we've already made 5 arrests and we have 2 signed confessions." All right, now here's another one about Stalin's mother. In Georgia, it was where she lived, that was where Stalin was born. And of course, there was a 24-hour military security detail surrounding her house, just to protect her. Well, this went on for years, but one day, out of the blue, they doubled the size of the security detail, and no one understood why. And this went on for about a week. And finally, one of the soldiers got his courage up and went to the captain and says, "Do you know, why do they double the size of our unit?" Well, the captain didn't know either, but he improvised an answer for the guy, and he said, "Well, we're trying to make sure she doesn't give birth to another Stalin." Well, it's a pretty good wisecrack, but just hope it doesn't get back to Moscow, right?